Hello and welcome. What if the tensions between the Sussexes and the royal family are reaching a tipping point? As Harry steps into the spotlight alone and Meghan's new demands, the rift that everyone hoped would heal may only be getting worse. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll see just how deep the divide really runs. Royal commentator Richard Eden believes this solo trip marks a new professional strategy for the Sussexes, noting that their joint ventures have failed. However, American royalist Maureen Callahan took it one step further, suggesting that Harry's decision to leave Meghan behind wasn't just about separating their careers, it may be part of a larger plan to signal his desire to return to the royal fold. Callahan argued that Harry's New York trip, focused on his personal initiatives and charity work, was an effort to remind the public and the Windsors that he is still very much a royal. Meghan, Callahan noted, would have been unnecessary at these events, particularly given reports that she has been under the weather. But Harry's solo appearance, according to Callahan, may be more calculated than it seems. In a striking observation, Callahan pointed to the birthday wishes Harry received from the royal family, noting that the interaction between King Charles and his son appears to be normalizing this, combined with Harry's solo presence in New York, suggests that the Duke of Sussex is quietly taking steps toward mending fences with his family back in Britain. I believe Harry is making very small but meaningful moves to gradually return to the royal family, Callahan stated. She added that the upcoming paperback release of Harry's memoir Spare will include an additional chapter with new information. These are all subtle signs that Harry is positioning himself for a soft return to the firm. Callahan, echoing sentiments shared by Richard Eden, also suggested that Harry's solo appearances tend to be more successful than those he makes with Meghan. Eden previously remarked that Harry often looks tense and unhappy when he's with Meghan, but glows during solo events. This week, Harry is in New York, attending United Nations events, dining with Queen Mathilde of Belgium, and participating in high-profile symposiums, all without Meghan. Callahan noted. He's trying to operate independently of her so that he can be taken seriously as someone connected to the royal family. Perhaps most telling, Callahan mentioned that the lines of communication between Harry and King Charles have reportedly reopened, but she warned that time is running out for Harry to repair his relationship with his father. Charles is undergoing cancer treatment, and he's not a young man. If Harry doesn't rebuild that connection while he has the chance, he may never get another opportunity with William. Of course, no discussion about Harry's potential return to the royal family would be complete without addressing the financial motivations behind it. Callahan, like many royal commentators, speculated that Harry may be driven by the need for financial security. Without the royal family's financial backing, Harry and Meghan have had to rely on their U.S-based ventures, many of which are reportedly underperforming. He no longer has access to the vast financial resources he once enjoyed as a working royal, Callahan pointed out. She went on to say that the $8 million Harry inherited from his great-grandmother is hardly enough to cover the costs of maintaining a massive mansion, security, and legal battles. Despite these financial challenges, the Sussexes appear to be managing their expenses for now, but Callahan hinted that Harry might see a return to royal duties as a way to restore his financial position. In the end, whether Harry is genuinely distancing himself from Meghan or simply exploring solo opportunities, one thing is clear: his actions are being closely scrutinized as potential steps toward reuniting with the royal family. For now, it remains to be seen whether Harry will find his way back to the firm or whether his solo efforts will be enough to repair the damage done. But while Harry seems to be signaling a desire for reconciliation, Meghan's latest demands may be driving a wedge even further between them and the rest of the royal family. According to American royal commentator Neil Sean, Meghan's first condition involves securing a residence on Windsor's secure, police-protected grounds. Without a home in such a protected area, she reportedly won't feel safe. It's worth noting that Frogmore Cottage, the home Meghan and Harry extensively renovated before their royal exit, is still vacant. Meghan famously demanded multiple rounds of renovations on the cottage, reportedly asking for workers to repaint walls several times because they couldn't match her desired shade of eco-friendly olive paint. But as time passes, the cottage could be reassigned to someone else in the royal family, possibly Prince Andrew, if Meghan and Harry continue to keep their distance. Time is running out for her to reclaim it. The second, and far more controversial condition involves Prince William and Kate Middleton. Royal writer Tom Quinn, often dubbed the new Omid Scobie, has revealed that Meghan insists on receiving a full, public apology from the future king and queen, not just any apology, though Meghan reportedly expects William and Kate to offer humiliating apologies for their past behavior, which she perceives as a string of personal slights. According to Quinn, William and Kate are actually open to reconciliation and ready to move past the bad blood. But Meghan is holding firm. She won't consider any peace efforts until she feels that William and Kate have sufficiently humbled themselves before her. Quinn suggests that while Harry would like to see a reconciliation, he is fully aligned with Meghan and won't pursue it unless his wife's demands are met. Harry, like William and Kate, would love to see peace in the family, Quinn explains, but he stands by Meghan. He won't make any moves until Meghan feels that the Waleses have properly apologized and made amends for what she sees as past wrongs. This stance has led many to question whether Meghan is intentionally creating obstacles to reconciliation, perhaps as a way to maintain control over the situation. Critics argue that by insisting on such impossible terms, Meghan is ensuring that Harry remains isolated from his family, further deepening the divide between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal household. Adding to the complexity is Kate Middleton's recent cancer diagnosis. Many within Kensington Palace hoped that this tragic news might bring the feuding families closer together. After all, illness can often serve as a powerful unifier, breaking down barriers and encouraging compassion and forgiveness. However, it appears that Meghan's lingering resentment has prevented any meaningful progress on that front. Quinn revealed that while Harry and Meghan might feel compelled to extend an olive branch due to Kate's illness, Meghan's bitterness still acts as a major roadblock to reconciliation. Meanwhile, reports suggest that William and Kate have made several efforts to extend that olive branch themselves. The Prince and Princess of Wales recently invited Harry, Meghan, and their children Archie and Lilibet to visit the UK and spend time together in an attempt to mend fences. It was seen as a genuine gesture to foster a peaceful reconciliation between the two families. Unfortunately, Meghan declined the invitation, reportedly refusing to bring her children back to the UK unless her conditions were met. Meghan won't bring the kids to Britain, no way, an insider close to the situation revealed. William and Kate thought that maybe bringing both families together might soften things up, especially with the kids involved, but so far that hasn't gone anywhere. Meghan is standing firm on her demands. As time passes, Harry is increasingly caught in the middle. While he clearly desires a return to normalcy and a healed relationship with his family, he also feels an unshakable loyalty to Meghan. This has left him in a difficult position, trying to navigate between his wife's expectations and his own wishes for reconciliation. According to insiders, Harry has confided to close friends that he feels torn, wanting to rebuild ties with his family, but not at the expense of his marriage. The situation becomes even more complex when considering the broader context of Harry and Meghan's life in the US. Their lucrative Netflix deal, valued at $100 million, is reportedly in jeopardy, with insiders suggesting it may not be renewed in 2025. This places further pressure on Harry and Meghan to secure their financial future, and some royal commentators speculate that a return to royal duties or at least a closer connection with the royal family might be on Harry's mind. However, with Meghan's demands standing in the way, such a return seems increasingly unlikely. The question remains, are Meghan's conditions genuine attempts to heal old wounds, or are they a way to maintain control over Harry and keep him distanced from his family? Critics argue that Meghan's insistence on a public apology may be less about reconciliation and more about power, ensuring that the royal family continues to be held accountable in a way that positions Meghan as the wronged party. Whatever the case, the royal family's response to Meghan's demands will likely shape the future of their relationship with Harry if William and Kate refuse to bow to her requests. The divide between the Sussexes and the rest of the family will only deepen. But if they choose to make amends, there's a chance for healing, though it may come at the cost of further tensions within the royal household. For now, Meghan's demands leave the royal family in a delicate position, balancing the need for reconciliation with the challenges of dealing with a duchess who continues to push boundaries. Whether or not peace can be achieved remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: as long as Meghan's conditions go unmet, the rift will remain. As long as Meghan's conditions go unmet, the royal family remains trapped in a delicate balancing act. Could this be the end of any hope for reconciliation? Or is there still a chance for healing before it's too late?